It's so exciting to welcome into the fire the exciting South midfielder, the crafty, small, and skillful goal kicker who injects life into a midfield. South Aussie talent, Jack Delean. Good to meet you, Jack.
How you going?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm going well, going well. Had a pretty chill morning so far, so yeah, pretty good.
That's good to hear. Now, I'd love to hear what you guys are like as at a young age. Have you always been in rep sides, and were you always a forward?
Yeah, so basically I grew up at local. I was mainly a midfielder. Like I played all my juniors, all my minis, juniors through midfield. And then it got to about under 16s at South where I sort of wanted to go forward. I felt like we had good midfielders at the time and I felt like I'd be better off going down forward. And ever since then I sort of just like become a forward and even through like the development squads I was playing as a like we rotate around and I felt like I was good in the forward line. So yeah, I just decided to go there and have stuck a forward ever since. And I think it's been a really good decision.
Yeah, and it's always good fun to be a forward, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you get a lot of credit for kicking goals, which is good.
Yeah, you definitely do. Now, did you play any other sport growing up, or was it all footy?
I played a few sports actually. Like from a young age, I played cricket. So I was big into my cricket. I loved it. I played it till I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I sort of gave that up and played basketball instead. I joined I had a domestic team with a couple of mates, and then I decided I want to play competitively, so I played district basketball for about 4 years. And then yeah, had to sort of take that away, like give that up a bit, because of too much footy commitments. But then also like throughout school, I played volleyball. Like my school I went to was a big volleyball school, so played volleyball, trained once a week, and had a few tournaments here and there. So yeah, it's good. I feel like I've taken like different aspects from each sport and I'm into footy, which is good.
Yeah, that's really good. You must have been a busy man when you were younger, though.
Yeah, definitely. There was so like my parents would just drive me everywhere. There was weekends where Saturday, Sunday I'd be out all day playing sports. Even during the week I would be training. So I'm so grateful for them that they were there to take me and support me.
Yeah. Now, you're an extremely talented footballer. What was your path into South Adelaide, and how young were you when you entered their system?
I was about 13 years old, so in the development squads, I sort of got an invite there through our local and tried out for the 30 development squads and made that. And then I just made like each year, like the 14 development squads, I was lucky enough to make that as well. Same with the 15s. And yeah, after that, got invited out to the 16s pathway and played on the 16s with South. And then after the 16 season ended straight in the under 18s and I played the rest of my footy under 18. So yeah, I was pretty lucky the opportunity to play in like those development squads from such a young age, and that's definitely helped like my development over the years.
Yeah. You've been touted for a long time now as a highly sought after talent in this year's draft. When did you think, you know what, I might be able to make a career out of this?
Probably wasn't until a couple of years ago where I thought, I can really give this a crack. I felt like I was pretty solid at footy from a young age. I did pretty well in like my juniors and at Ranella and that, and I felt like I sort of realised it was about under 16's year when there was a couple of guys like Braden Cook. I knew he got drafted. Even a year later, a couple other guys I knew he got drafted through the South LA system, and I thought, I can really give this a crack. And ever since then, I've put my head down and try get there, which is good.
Yeah, and here we are, mate.
Yeah, hopefully you can still continue on that at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think he will. Now, you're such a quality forward who's always good for a bunch of snags. You've also been seen pinch hitting in the guts and running out on the wing. Where do you see yourself playing in the future, Jack?
I'm not too sure at the moment because like you could play really many different positions. Like been told that some AFL players go on the system as a forward and they turn out to be a great half backman, or they go on as a midfielder and they're turn out as a great half forward. Like you sort of don't know at this stage, but I feel best playing in the forward lines. I feel like that's where I play my best and that's where mainly my craft is. But also I feel like I want to be able to play like multiple positions. Like you want to be a one position player. You want to be able to, hey, if you need someone to chuck on the wing, I can go on the wing, or if you need just a burst in the middle, go in the middle. So I try sort of be able to play many positions, but I feel most damaging down forward.
Yeah, it's good to be versatile, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Get way more opportunities as well.
Yeah, that's true. You were part of the SA team last year, and let's be honest, they didn't do as well as first hoped, but played with some very talented bottom ages like yourself, and that will only be better for that experience. It must be great to pull on that state Guernsey, and how are we looking this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's such an honour to represent your state, and especially in the under-18 champs last year with the bottom major. There's very few people that get to have that experience. And for me to be able to do it 2 years in a row will hopefully be pretty good. As long as I work hard and make the team this year, then that'll be pretty good. But I feel like having that experience last year has really set me up well for this year. And like obviously, whenever you put on that state Guernsey, there's that sense of pride that you're not really representing your state, but you represent your local club, your state league club, but also like your whole state as well. So there's an immense amount of pride and respect to put on that Guernsey, and yeah, I just feel so happy that I can represent something like that. And yeah, hopefully we can get a better result this year than we did last year. But it was so great to be able to play with so many talented players last year, especially.
And how good was that experience last year?
Oh yeah, I mean it was awesome. Like as I said, it's really set me up well for this year, I think. But also being around some guys that have gone through like a similar experience that I am now. Last year is I could really look off them and what they did well and how they improved. And yeah, you can sort of take a little leaf out of their book and that and try and improve yourself.
Yeah. You're playing for the Panthers at the moment in the under-18s. 3 games with multiple goals, I'll just add. Any talk of you going up to the bigger bodies, or is it about continuing that to hone that craft in the 18s this year?
Well, I'm not too sure at the moment. Like I would love to play seniors. Like I love to make my league debut at some stage this year. That's definitely a goal that's been on my radar for um yeah, most of the start of the year. So yeah, I'd love to go up and play seniors at some stage, which would be pretty cool. But at the moment I'm just playing 18s and we'll see how we go from there. But I definitely want to strive to play at a high level.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool to see you running around the seniors, mate.
Yeah, definitely would.
Being part of the academy, great job on that, by the way, gives cool opportunities like training with an AFL club. You got to train with the Port boys, if I'm right. What was that like? Amazing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so lucky to be a part of the academy as well. I'm very grateful for the experience I've had, and yeah, part of that got trained with AFL club. So, yeah, me and Will Patton trained with Port for the week, which is awesome. It was good because we had a couple of teammates like Tom Scully and Carl Marshall were both teammates of me and Will Patton, even Nathan Barkler and a couple others that we've played with. It was good. We sort of knew a couple of people there, but just to be able to train with an AFL club, see how they train in a week, really like gives you more hunger to sort of want to get there, and that's what I got out of it. And just be able to learn off these quality players, see how they train, see how they prepare, what they do in the gym, and all that sort of thing was pretty cool experience and something I'll be forever grateful.
Yeah, that would have been so cool. What was the thing that most surprised you about the footy club, training with Port?
Oh, probably just how intense the trainings are. Like I expected it to be really high intense, but they just go 100% all the time, and it just shows that even if you're 5% off, you get called out easily. So you could be on all the time, and that's something that I really took out as and bringing back to my local club is that you'd be training 100% intensity all the time, and but yeah, it was just so surprising to see how good they were and how clean and how little mistakes you were. Like I remember a couple of times I fumbled the ball or stuff they'd be kicking, it stands out so much. So you just gotta be like find your craft all the time and be able to take things clean and hit the kicks all the time. Otherwise, yeah, you look a bit out of place, which is yeah.
Yeah, do you get starstruck by anyone?
Just how like talented some of most of the boys were there and how just skillful they were, and it was just ridiculous to see. Like I remember seeing just both Zach Butters and Connor Rosie just run through the guts through about 5 people and then lace out a kick, and it was just like it was standing right there, just eyes wide open, pretty shocked and amazed. But yeah, it's pretty awesome to be able to see that right there close because you sort of see that thing from the stands watching the footy, but being right there close is pretty cool.
Yeah, and even maybe getting a kick from them would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of times where a couple of boys use me as an option, which is pretty cool, and you sort of feel part of it now. And yeah, it was pretty special when you get a kick from an AFL player.
Yeah, that is amazing. All right, being a part of the AFL NAB Academy allowed you to play in your home state during the gather round. I bet you're excited for that. Must be awesome being a part of the whole academy experience. Apart from the rain, of course, How did you find going against those guys who have been in the AFL system for years now?
Yeah, man, it's pretty awesome. Like we everyone got to come here, which is a bit different, but yeah, I loved it. Like it's pretty cool. Everyone come to SA, especially around the gather round. Like it was such a great round, and I'm sure everyone loved it by the feedback we had, and to be able to be a part of it was pretty special as well. And yeah, to be able to represent our country as well, put on that Australian goes, that was pretty special as well. But yeah, it was a real difficult game. Like it was really wet and really slippery and that sort of thing. And playing wing, which I haven't really I've had played before, but it was sort of a different role from used to. But it was a good experience to have, and feel like I did okay. Probably wasn't the greatest game I've ever had, but yeah, it was pretty cool playing against guys who yeah have been in the system for a couple of years, seeing how they play, and just the level that game was at was really pretty cool to be a part of.
Yeah, and I think it's good you played on the wing. Add another string to your bow, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind the wing. It is something I probably, if I get thrown there, I'll happily do. Like I did on the weekend. It was yeah, I saw my magnet on the wing, and I said, oh, this is a great opportunity to
Yeah.
try something different. And yeah, I feel like I played the wing all right, but yeah, just probably needed to find the ball a bit more, especially in these conditions. It's probably a bit
Yeah.
less switching, so probably going to get in the contest a bit more.
And it might have been a bit hard in the rain as well. So
Yeah, it was very slippery. Every time you sort of got the ball was just slipping out your hands, and you couldn't really get a clean handball or kick away half the time. But yeah, that's just a challenge of playing footy. You get those days, but yeah, it still was just a pretty cool experience altogether.
yeah, it was. All right, I have to ask, what is Harley Reid like? Man, that kid can really go. He must be awesome to play with. He's ready to play AFL now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. A lot of people there watching him, which was pretty cool. But yeah, man, he's a freak. You sort of never really played with someone at that level before. Yeah, he can just see he's that step ahead of everyone at the moment. And yeah, if you could throw him an AFL system now, and he'll be doing just fine. So I'm pretty sure wherever club lands at the end of the year, he'll be very, very happy.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. All right. You're going to be a very important part of the SA's attempt to topple the might of Vic Metro, and I think you will be better this year. How much are you looking forward to getting into that, and when does it all start up?
It starts pretty soon actually. I think we've got some trainings coming up soon, which is pretty good. But yeah, hopefully if I can make the team and yeah, be able to help South Australia win the national championships, that's something that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, definitely something I've aimed towards. Got to train hard, got to play well at South to make the team, and yeah, if I do, I'll be looking forward to playing like the Allies, Vic Metro, Vic Country, and WA. Been looking forward to playing all those games, even traveling in the States and some here and that. So yeah, it's such a cool experience that I got here last year. But if I can do it all again this year, I'd love to, and I'll work hard to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get to do that experience again this year, mate. But it sounds like a pretty cool one.
Yeah, it definitely is. Something I will never forget.
Yeah. Okay, let's tell people what they get from you. An absolute star. Horny forward who loves a goal more than that, can create opportunities in front of the sticks that very few can. A guy who will dazzle crowds both with his poise, creativity, and love of high flying. A real crowd pleaser. A guy with slick hands and possesses great speed. Forward who'll go into the guts and run down the wing whenever needed, and great for those ahead of him. Classy mover with elite skills and limitless ceiling for ability. So with all these skills and areas, what are you looking to improve on this year?
Yeah, definitely just like I've definitely improved my fitness. I feel like I've definitely a lot fitter than last year, especially playing as a high half forward. I have to get up and back the ground. So playing deep, don't really move much. So that's definitely feel like I've got a lot fitter. I've had a few cramping problems, which has been a bit unfortunate. But once I sort of get over them, I feel like sky's the limit at that point. Try have a lot of confidence in myself that I can perform week in, week out, and that's what I feel like's gonna help. Um, but yeah, I've also just trying to improve like all skills, like my opposite foot is something I've definitely improved a lot recently. Like I sort of went away from it for the last couple of years, sort of tried like always travel back on your right as much as you could, but now I'm at that much higher level, a lot more pressure in that. You got to be able to kick them both feet. So I've definitely improved my left foot. It's still not great, but I've still improved a lot that I can comfortably turn on my left foot and be able to hopefully hit a kick. So that's something definitely improved. But then all craft, being able to nail set shots all the time, be able to know snaps on both feet. I'm still struggling with my left foot snaps, which is something I've tried to improve a lot recently. But yeah, listen, I'm just trying to improve most aspects of my game and find touch and strength and improve in weaknesses as well. So yeah.
Yeah, you've got a bunch of attributes, but there's always something to improve on, isn't there?
Yeah, no matter who you are, you've always got something to improve on. Like nobody's perfect, but you can practice as much as you want. And if you can fine tune all those skills, you'll be a lot more beneficial for yourself.
Yeah. Okay, some simple questions. What team do you back for?
I was an LA Crow supporter growing up, so yeah, my parents were members. Most of my family went, so I sort of got brought up in an LA Crows loving family, and yeah, I've went to most games as a kid. So yeah, I was a big Crows fan growing up.
Oh, they're playing well at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, first couple of games weren't great, but the last three games they've played have been really good, and it just shows like they've struggled the last couple of years, and now they've really in a good position to sort of make finals and actually yeah, be competitive, which is good.
And their forward line's just elite this year.
Yeah, they really have. They've drafted well, they've recruited well. They've like brought in some talented players, developed some players, and that, and you can really see now it's paying off. There's a lot of people at that club that have done a lot of hard work, I'm pretty sure, and you can see now it's finally paying off. With probably one of the most dangerous forward line in the comp, and I'm pretty sure most backlines were pretty scared to play him each week.
Yeah, Matty Nix has done a good job, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. All credit to him.
Yeah. What's your golf game like? Because after talking to many boys over the years, I'm sure that's all they do in the AFL.
Oh my God. Oh, I started playing actually. I started probably about close to maybe half a year ago, I'd say. So just me and my mates just started. We went at first. We went out to the driving range and started hitting balls, and then it just went on to playing 9 holes, and then we started playing 18. But I'm horrible, man. I lose about 3 or 4 balls every round, and
Yeah.
I can't hit a driver straight. I'm not very good. But yeah, I haven't gone out for a while actually. But yeah, I've got some spare time. I'll definitely go and improve my game because if I can be better at it, might enjoy it a bit more. But no, I love it either way.
Yeah, golf's great, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Good way to sort of just relax for a couple of hours.
Yeah, it is. A player this year you think will dominate the champs from SA?
Oh, that's a tough one. I feel like Ashton Moore and Will Patton,
Oh,
yeah, respective ends, like them two can both lit up a game. Will Patton can be an absolute rock down back, and Ashton Moore can kick a few goals. But especially the boys in the mid, like we got Kane McCauliffe as well, who's in the Academy. He's someone that he's really played well over the first couple of games of the season. And even played really well with the academy game. So it'd be exciting to see all these boys that are in the academy as well to line up the state champs, and hopefully we can have some success.
yeah, there's just so much talent this year, isn't there?
Yeah, we got a good group, which is good, and I can't wait to see the boys all in action together.
Oh, Sam, it's going to be good. You're summoned to MasterChef and you need to cook a meal. What's your go-to?
Oh, anything to do with pasta is about the only thing I can cook. So I can make a good carbonara.
Oh,
So I definitely go towards the carbonara. I made that for my family one night and they loved it. So that's my go-to, I reckon.
yeah, pasta is really good. Do you make it off
Yeah.
the footy as well? Because it's pretty sure pasta's good for you after footy.
Yeah, I sort of do. Mainly before I sort of had the night before I try and eat some pasta. I think tonight. Oh, tonight I have hamburgers, but
Oh,
yeah, I sort of love having pasta. I sort of sometimes I'll come home from school and even before training I'll just have some pasta. It's my favorite food. I love it, and yeah, it's one of the few things I can cook, so it's pretty handy.
you're on Survivor. How well are you going to go? Anything you might struggle with?
Oh, on Survivor, I've not really been a big fan of the show, but I've seen a bit of it. If there's a snake in front of me, I'm running in the other direction. That's all I know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll go all right, but we'll give it a crack and let's see.
Yeah, I'd like to see you on it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
If you're playing a game of pig, who would you fear the most? Sorry, I just had to throw that one in.
Probably you. You've got more talent than me at the moment, so yeah, you're up there. Well, Eddie Betts would be the one. I feel like if you can beat Eddie
Yes.
Betts at pig, you can beat anyone, I reckon.
I reckon Eddie Betts would just go from the boundary every time.
Yeah, I reckon you'll try keep him out in front. You try make him kick from 50. That's the only way you can beat him. But if you start going on the pockets, you're gonna lose.
I reckon Ashton would have a good chance at beating Eddie. I think
Yeah, he's
that'd be a
pretty
pretty good
skillful as
game.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a chance, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, Jack, it's been amazing chatting to you today. You're seriously a terrific guy. It's been a pleasure to getting to know you today. You'll be a star of the future. Good luck with the year, and I can't wait to follow your journey into the AFL.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for letting me come on. I've really enjoyed it. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thanks, Jack.